What you have just witnessed was creative mode Steve dying to the void. His biggest argument for being able to defeat the Terrarian has just been debunked by the game itself. For those who do not play Terraria, there is an item called the Void Monolith, which puts the entire world, or at least everywhere nearby, into the void. Meaning that even with cheats, the Terrarian can kill Steve in creative mode. One of his biggest arguments for being able to kill the Terrarian is being able to go into creative mode. I mean, it's still cheating, right? But... And now you have just witnessed creative mode Steve dying to the very thing the Terrarian can survive as long as he wants to. Okay, I'm going to give you a counterpoint. I kind of realised this midway whilst I was, making this video. There is technically a counterpoint to this, right? Of which it's only at a certain depth is when you begin to take damage. He can kill Steve in creative mode. It's just under circumstances being at a low enough Y level, which I'm pretty sure would be very easy for the Terrarian to do. So my point still stands with this. Just wanted to make that clear. There's not much else I can say, really. Steve only has one argument now for being able to hurt the Terrarian, and that is commands. The only argument he has. I mean, it's still, again, it requires cheats, but the only way Steve can win is through the /kill command. If it is infliction of damage, however, or falls under that category where Shadow Dodge can trigger, that means there is no longer any plausible argument for Steve being able to kill the Terrarian, even when he's both in creative mode and granted access to commands. Of course, that does mean the Terrarian would in theory have to get lucky with the 1 in 6 chance of Shadow Dodge activating, but if it does activate, it's game over. One Void Monolith is all that's required for the Terrarian to kill Steve, bypassing creative mode's God mode. If you still think Steve is capable of destroying the Terrarian, I don't know what else to say. The biggest argument for him has just been debunked by the very game itself.